Morning sunlight floated gently over Meadowville. It streamed through a little cottage window, waking up a very special little lamb. This was Lulu, and she was just stretching her fluffy legs. She peeked outside and saw the sky wearing a beautiful blanket of soft white clouds. Just then, Lulu's tummy made a tiny, rumbly sound, grrrmm. She smiled a big, happy smile. Today feels like a pancake kind of day, she said to herself. With a happy little bounce, she tied her favorite blue apron. Time to get cooking. In her cozy kitchen, Lulu placed her big mixing bowl right in the middle of the table. She began to gather all her ingredients one by one. First, some fresh, creamy milk from Mrs. Dog Cow. Then, some golden eggs from the hens next door. She added a big spoonful of sweet, gooey honey from the bees in the meadow. And of course, she never forgot her most important secret ingredient, a great big pinch of kindness. Lulu believed kindness made everything taste better, but something strange was happening today. As she started to pour the pancake batter into the bowl, it felt different, much lighter than usual. Lulu began to stir the batter with her wooden spoon, humming a cheerful little tune. Swirl, swirl, swirl. As she stirred, she noticed the batter wasn't just mixing. It was getting fluffier and fluffier, and then it started to float. Just a little bit at first, lifting right off the bottom of the bowl. Lulu's eyes grew wide with surprise. Oh my wool! These pancakes feel just like clouds, she giggled, her little lamb tail wagging with excitement. Lulu carefully heated her special pancake pan on the stove. It had to be just the right temperature. She hummed her soft tune, feeling very happy and a little bit curious about her magical batter. When the pan was ready, she scooped up a ladleful of the floaty batter and gently poured it in. The pancake sizzled for a moment, then puffed up, growing bigger and bigger, glowing with a warm and fluffy light. It looked so soft and delicious. And then, something truly amazing happened. Poof! The pancake, all on its own, floated right out of the pan and into the air. It bobbed gently up and down like a tiny, edible cloud right there in her kitchen. Lulu was so surprised that she laughed out loud, a tinkling little laugh that filled the room. She laughed so hard she almost dropped her spoon right on the floor. She had never, ever seen a pancake do that before. Another pancake she cooked did the same thing. This one drifted lazily towards the ceiling, bumping into it softly before floating back down a little. Lulu decided to cook one more. This time, the pancake floated right out of the open window, spinning gently in the morning breeze. It looked like a tiny, fluffy spaceship on an adventure. Lulu watched it go, her mouth wide open in wonder. What a funny, flying breakfast! Outside, the animals of Meadowville were just starting their day. They stopped and looked up, noticing something very unusual in the sky. Was that a cloud? No, it smelled too good to be a cloud. Benny the bear, who loved snacks more than anything, saw a pancake floating by and tried to catch it with his big paws. But he was so excited, he tripped over a root and tumbled onto the soft grass with a silly thump. Milo the mouse saw a pancake hovering just above his head. He bounced on his tiny toes, higher and higher, until he could take a little nibble right out of the air. Mmm, delicious, he squeaked, his little whiskers twitching with delight. Bella the bee was buzzing happily around a particularly fluffy pancake cloud. She flew right up to it and began spreading a little extra honey on top, making it even sweeter as it hovered in the morning sun. Soon, the sky above the green meadow was filled with soft, fluffy pancakes, all drifting around like birthday balloons. Some were high, some were low, all of them smelling wonderfully of honey and warmth. It was a pancake parade in the sky. All the animals pointed and chattered excitedly. No one in Meadowville had ever seen such a sight. It was the most magical breakfast ever. At first, Lulu started to panic just a little bit. She looked out her window at all the floating pancakes. Oh no! My breakfast! It's all flying away, she cried, wringing her little hooves. All her hard work was just floating off into the sky. What would everyone eat? She felt a little bit worried. But then Lulu stopped. She took a deep, calming breath, smelling the sweet air. She looked at all the happy, amazed faces of her friends in the meadow below. A big, warm smile spread across her face. Maybe, she thought, this breakfast isn't just for me. Maybe this breakfast is meant to be shared with everyone. The worry in her heart was replaced with a warm, happy feeling. Lulu ran outside with her little brass bell. She rang it loud and clear. Ding-a-ling-a-ling. It was the signal for all her friends to come together. From every corner of the meadow, the animals gathered around her cottage. Benny the bear, Milo the mouse, Bella the bee, and so many others. They all looked up at the pancake-filled sky, their eyes sparkling with joy. Together, they started catching the pancakes. It was a fun game. Benny the bear was tall enough to gently pull down the ones floating just a bit too high. Milo the mouse and his family scurried up tree trunks to catch pancakes resting on the leaves. Everyone was laughing and helping one another, making sure every single pancake was caught safely. It was a real team effort. They all sat together on the soft, green grass, a big happy circle of friends. They shared the cloud-soft pancakes, passing them around so everyone got a piece. The pancakes were the softest, fluffiest things anyone had ever tasted. They melted in their mouths like warm, sweet clouds, filled with the taste of honey and pure happiness. Everyone agreed they were the best pancakes in the whole wide world. Lulu looked around at all her friends, munching happily and chatting together. She saw Benny the bear sharing a piece of his pancake with a tiny squirrel. She saw Milo the mouse giving a crumb to a little ladybug. Her heart felt so full and cozy, like it was wrapped in the warmest blanket. The softest things, she said quietly to herself, are made with patience, care, and lots of sharing. As the sun climbed higher and higher into the bright blue sky, there was just one last pancake floating down. It drifted slowly, like a single white feather, swirling gently on the breeze. It floated down, 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 and landed perfectly right on Lulu's empty plate, which was resting on the grass in front of her. It was as if the pancake knew it was meant just for her. Lulu smiled her biggest smile of the day. She picked up the final pancake and took a bite. It was still warm, and it was absolutely perfect. It tasted like a beautiful morning, full of sunshine and laughter, and most of all, it tasted like friendship. It was the best pancake she had ever had. Thanks for watching our story. Remember to like and subscribe for more adventures from Meadowville. See you next time.